Hello there, members of the viewing audience. It's time once again for Written Wednesday. And this time I had the unique and distinct pleasure, I'm just ignoring those Skype messages popping up. I am a professional recorder. The little plastic ones they give you at music class. I had the unique fortune of running across the cameo of Jimmy here. So I got to pump out a unique Written Wednesday advertisement of his stoic, grim gravitas voice in that deadpan he does before he tore the heavens asunder with that magnificent celestial howl of his. So, your chat is disabled, dude. Oh no, the chat's being wonky. I didn't block somebody, did I? Allow access level. Oh. Why can't I set it to everybody? No, I don't want to do that. In color, chat style, sound, timestamp, emojis, definitely. Oh, we've got commands. Oh, that's neat. I can tell it to do stuff secretly. And by secretly, I mean not secretly at all, because I'm streaming all this and they can see it. But that's neat. That's neat. Oh, I like that. How do I hide you? Go away. Right. There we go. There we go. It's working fine, like a beaut. It's only got 10,000 miles on it. We're good. We're good. We're good. Totally good. Okie dokie. Well, anyway. So you mean as secretly as most government operations? Yeah, or operatives, yes. Yes, exactly. God, did you hear that about Windows 10 today? Where, what was it? The NSA contacted Microsoft. And they're like, yeah, dude, your system's pretty screwed. Like, you remember that stuff we were doing years ago when we were hacking into those big exploitable loopholes and we didn't tell you for years until that one Russian guy brought it up? This one's so bad, we're going to bring it up to you. Not going to say what time frame we've come to you in, but it's pretty bad. Guest chat. Why is guest chat disabled? What? No, I want my guests. I appreciate my guests. I don't have enough people to be picky. I need everybody to make this thing work. Password. Nobody needs to see that. I don't want advertising. Mature content. No. Connections. Is it connections? API. I don't know. That. Ooh. Don't know what any of that is. What's an API? Oh, I don't know what any of that is. I really hope the one email address didn't get shown in the stream. Let me see this one more time. Does it? Okay, thankfully no, otherwise I probably would have had to scrub the recording. Okay, yeah. Status free member, yeah, that's what I want to do. Newsletters, notification. Sure. Now, why are you being a bot? I knew it. I got in here early and I'm thinking, oh boy, I'm going to get all sorts of typing done. That was wishful thinking. Whenever I get on here early, something bad happens. Access. Streamer only. Like, did it just change their policy or something? Manage settings here. Come here. I can... There's a lot of stuff here that I just didn't know. How much stuff can I do on this? I might have to renovate this. I might actually have to embrace the better tenets of quality. Huh. Oh, I don't want private. Tools, tags. I can give myself tags? Oh, that'd be lovely. Pop-up chat. I have you. Vino.org. Hide menu? No, I don't want to hide menu. Manage multi-streams? No. I'm so sorry, Katie. It must be some kind of new security feature or something. They must have had problems on the site. Or I'm just a humongous doofus and I'm completely overlooking a very simple way to want to try and make this easy to use. Oh, I forgot someone to message. Where's my little potato friend? Boop. Okay, there we go. Eyes. Already bugging me. So, I didn't get a lot of typing done, as we can see by how just easily distracted I was with this whole situation with Picarto. So, let's see if we can't take care of that. I'm going to try to make it a little bit farther through here, but I am fighting off a bit of writer's block, and I know I shouldn't be trying to force myself through this project, but at the same point, there's perseverance to be had here. Much could be said for my stream, but we've got the disco collar going on, so I'm sure we can make magic of some sort happen. Okay, I have centered myself after my Lithuanian lip pin. I got myself a Monster Energy, which probably isn't the smartest thing, because I've had, I think, 4 coffees today. But let's see what we can do. Get the old brain going. Going to need slightly more than that. That is entirely too far. Well, anyway, I'm very glad you could join us today, Vino, and thank you very much for your sacrifice staying up so late. He was, before the stream, he goes, hey, how long do we have before the stream starts? I'm like, ooh, man, buddy, friendo. We got like 6 hours. And like, okay, I will wait. Are you sure, man? That's 6 hours. Wait a second. No guest. Right there. Streamer has set level to no guests. I did no such thing. Okay. Rub the nose for luck. There's enough of it to go around. Okay. To Google we go. How to allow guests in Picarto. How do I stream? How do you enable guests? Yes, here we go. Update 2. That wasn't helpful at all! There wasn't anything in that article. What are you? I'm trying to do Written Wednesday stream, where we all get together and put our big boy brains together to write and uplift ourselves. And I'm over here, oh my god, how do you make this website work? Andy! Add channel. I don't want to set up. No, man, no. I already had the site, buddy, friend. Authorize. Enable subscriptions. I want first steps. Just help. Here we go. Let's look in help. Because boy, do I need it. Guests. Wait. That's the opposite of what I want to do. Access level every... Okay. Brain power. I don't know how it got reset, but I'm going to unset it. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do a lot of writing today. Oh yeah, can you feel it? That writing juice has hit my brain. Oh wait, technical difficulties. Yes, if you don't want to... Chat settings, access level, everyone. Okay, so... Chat settings, come on. Where are you? Access level. Yeah, it's not saying everyone. What's whitelist? What is whitelist? Why? Yeah, it just does not have that capability anymore. Well, that is just a big old pile of butts. Enigmatic Librarian is your new name. Okay. Well, hello. I am very glad to hear you, and I am very sorry that apparently Picarto changed all their settings. That ain't fair. That ain't fair, and I don't like it. But anyway, we're all here, so let's see if we can't get some writing done. I'm wondering if I'm going to start having like all sorts of chug. Yeah, no, I don't want to. You lost your guess. Sorry. Yeah, I'm curious about guess. Does that just like, did I do something wrong, or is that just something that happens? And yeah, no, I don't want to be chugging an energy drink. That's probably going to like drastically shorten my life expectancy. Actually, if I die, I don't have to write anymore. Come here. But no, I do enjoy writing. I just need to get into the zone for it. My interests have been all over the place here lately. I've been revisiting an old project of mine on DeviantArt and just really feeling nostalgic for, I guess, a lot of the projects I never finished on DA. Excuse me. I don't ever burp in chat. That is hoggish and gross, and I am far more mannered than that. Chat only... Yeah, that's what it said when I was monkeying with the options, but it just does not have it set for availability. Jacob's messaging me in Discord. Alright, so probably at some point on DeviantArt I'm going to have to revisit this stuff and just make stuff happen and hope for the best. Frisk Boy! My favorite anime friend! I certainly hope Sush isn't watching, because she's going to kill me for saying that. But good to see you again, outside of unspecified job. That's right, unspecified job of indeterminate tasks. Because I don't know if there's an NDA that comes with that job, and I don't want to make them legally reliable or equatable if I say anything stupid in the stream. But it's very good to see you. See my comment earlier, Caleb. The one you sent in Discord or just up here? But I finally fixed my password. However, I have not fixed my typos. Fishboy, my account died. Needed to make a new one. LOL. What is up with Picardo today? It is just dying. Seriously. Well, hang on. We're gonna make a good first impression for my new friends who have joined me here. We need somebody special. We need the one and only, the OG, the main man, the just fantastic squeeze of the chat, the darling, the forced mascot that I desperately need. Hold on, I should really save this image to my computer. Here he is. And I was your guest. I was your guest. See my comments. Yep, you know who he is. Here we go. Ushram MSO. When my computer decides to load. Waiting elevator music. There we go. And yeah, I don't see any earlier comment other than something about losing guests and you typing something. Yami's dude who is never crude. Indeed, he is the Big Lebowski of Machi. We have our little fuzzy dude here. At some point I'm going to have to draw him in a cool dude t-shirt. Anyway, Frisk, it's really good to have you here. No hairnet. So I am free to emote like a human person. Unfortunately, there is also no hat, too, to hide my grossly weak hairline, which the farther it recedes, the more and more my head looks like Drips from Osmosis Jones. And that is not a comparison I ever wanted in my life. You stop that. If I want you to scroll up, I will scroll you up. Boop. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can make the brain power happen. Probably not. I like placing him there, though, because it's like all my notes here of stuff to remember is just like Ushram shows up and it's like, hey, dude, here you go. Except for I don't think the Yami would be anywhere near as articulate. It'd just be, hey, good hair friend, here's things to remember and put on typeface. I can't breathe, dear God. Sorry, I'll bathe next stream. Just try not to inhale too deeply. And eventually, I'm actually going to try entertaining streams. I have artwork that I'm trying to work on. Alright, now all that's coming to mind is Yami barking like an angry chihuahua. Yeah, kind of somewhere around there. They'd be kind of like yappy and grunty. And in between, speaking of the novel and everything and doing different streams, I would like to try and do art streams, but my main medium is traditional. I've been working on, let me see here, a commission for someone that is way overdue. And I'd like to try and start getting into digital artwork a little bit more and do like digital art streams like a normal person, as well as doing Don't Starve Together streams. At some point, I'm going to be streaming more than a river steamer loaded full of bullet holes. That's a colorful image. I don't know why my brain went there. Apparently, I was a Civil War soldier in a past life, and I've been traumatized so badly, it has just drifted through all my previous lives. The 4 coffees was probably a mistake. Probably. I have really been into the Snickerdoodles, streaming like birdshot ale barrel. Yes, indeed. Like all those old timey cartoons where like they take cover behind the bottles of whiskey and the people shoot it up and it's like, aha, I got you, and he takes and drinks it and then he's spraying holes out of himself or water out of himself like a sieve. It's okay to cope. Yes, I'm coping the unfortunate passing of the guest feature to my chat. I don't think I'm picking up on what Quill Dragon is trying to tell me on how to fix it, or if he sent messages as a guest, I just haven't seen them. I've scrolled up through here and not seen them. I might be just really, really stupid. I'm going to take here again. See my comment earlier. Bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum 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 bum. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any of that. Also, rum and Coca-Cola. Yeah, no, you know, I actually got copy striked for that. I thought like the song was like 100,000 years old and nobody would care. No, apparently there is one holdout out there from the long dynasty of the song Rum and Coca-Cola that is just like, no! No, you'll pay for it! I didn't survive through 6 world wars and the forming of the Earth's crust in order not to get paid for this song. Oh boy. Yes, because that's what I need, more caffeine. Just give me some mint tea and... Ooh! I actually invented a new tea. Okay. Hang on. I wonder what goes with good tea. Perhaps a strong lemonade or cider. Well, like I was saying before I got distracted with my gnat-like attention, I invented a new blend, which I thought was going to be awful. I have always wanted to, like, I keep all my teas in one spot in, like, a small pantry cupboard thing above my coffee makers. And I've always wanted to take and mix Earl Grey with the tea that I always sit next to it, which is English breakfast. Not a burp. Excuse me, I never burp on stream. That would be huggish, and I am a mannerly gentleman. But I always wanted to mix them to see if that would be any kind of decent. Okay, I was the guest you were excited about, but it was simply me trying to reset my password. Thus, you didn't really have a guest, Caleb. Oh, wow, that's some M. Night Shyamalan stuff right there. Well, thank you for explaining that for me in simple terms, because I am a simple man with a simple IQ. Unfortunately. And back to the tea, like, I just wanted to mix it, and I've actually batted around like doing mundane tea reviews for YouTube just so other people know what it tastes like. For example, whenever I'm writing, I always try and like find someone who describes the experience of something. I always heard people talk about like whiskey, oh, the like characters who drink whiskey and stuff like that. It's like, I might want an adult character who has himself an adult beverage every now and again. They always describe the burn. Oh, good whiskey should burn. How? Like, your lips? Is it like drinking hot sauce? What is this whiskey burn, you say? And I looked and I looked and I looked and I couldn't find anywhere. So eventually I had to go out and I had to try some. And I tried it and it's just like, right in your chest, and it feels like have you ever seen those pictures of like a tree and it's got all like the roots and stuff everywhere? You can feel all like the blood vessels and all the veins in your chest just start going like, it spreads out like a spider's fingers across your chest. This really hot feeling, like it really puts into perspective what they meant by the burn, and now that I know what the burn is, I can actually describe characters drinking whiskey or enjoying it, or I get it, and that cataloged experience helps me later. Thankfully, I haven't developed a whiskey addiction because I decided long ago that I was strange enough sober. I think this is visual evidence of that. And I was thinking, just in general, going through and like doing tea reviews, it might help A, people find something they want to drink, or B, just cataloging experiences and stuff like that for other writers to want to look by and like, what does lemon tea taste like? What does honeysuckle tea taste like? Or, when I was researching recently that I had never heard of that sounds both disgusting and amazing all at once, is black pudding. I looked up. I was writing an eccentric genius character for a roleplay I was having with a friend set in the Halo universe, and he wanted to study and survey the Flood, and I'm going to make no friends right now by saying I absolutely hate 343 Industries' take on the Halo franchise. I don't like their plots, I don't like their games, I don't like the new art direction they've decided that Halo needs to go in. I don't like the fact that they've decided that Chief needs to be canonically confirmed shipped with Cortana, and that he's got to rebel against the system, and we've got crazy UNSC captains who have to be escorted to the bridge, and no, 343 doesn't get Halo at all. I feel like Microsoft grabbed a bunch of nerds from like the tech department, or like their own little clubhouse or something by the next, sat them down in the room and told them, you make us a Halo game right now, or I swear to God, I will pull your underwear up into your soul. And they just sort of sat down and were forced into making a Halo game. It does not feel like they want to make a Halo game. They've just been given all these parts where they're just like, is it Halo? It's got all of the things. And that's what it is. So I like to set mine in, and I'm not going to give Bungie a free pass either. Bungie, I think their heart was out of it just entirely by the end of Halo 3. Halo 3 ODST was, it was okay. It was a fun little thing to want to do and be an ODST for a while and feel vulnerable when we got to be big, beefy Spartan man for so long, and it's just like, ooh, I'm going to have to be careful about this. I have to use that brain power. That's the thing. Let me see. What was the name of Darth Vader's wife? Wasn't it Padme? Wait, before he was Darth Vader. No, she married Anakin. The name is Ella Vader. Oh, Quill, you're feeling saucy tonight. But no, after, ODST was okay. It couldn't do matchmaking worth a load of butts. I remember sitting in that lobby, and unless you got a bunch of people together, it just would not. You had to go in there with your own party. You take care of that stuff yourself, because that matchmaking system was bogus. But hey, by the time Halo reached, it felt like a tech demo for Destiny. They wanted to move on. They just wanted to see other people. It's not you, it's me. I want to go to other barren space fields and blow up other aliens for other reasons. And, it's fine. Every giant has to sleep sometime. Every good memory must find the sunset at some day. Every moment must end. That's what makes it special. It's finite in a collection of finite experiences and a finite cosmos and a finite life. And it was good while it lasted. And I would have been okay if they just said, no, Halo 3 is the end. That's it. We'll let it to the fans. We might do some novels. We might license some third-party people to want to guess at what could be if there was another Halo. But the chief story, our involvement in it, this is what we wanted. Clean cut, it's done. And I'll let you hope for the future. Maybe human and the elites become huge buddies and they free the grunts, and we see a new collaboration of species against the Covenant. Who knows? But no. A sad trend I've seen in the mid to current 2000s is, hey, that existing IP sold very well. Let's hit it like a piñata and hope a couple more million falls out of it. And that's what Halo 4 was. For me, it was buggy to want to try and play it. I like to drive like I'm a little old lady who's like 70 and blind in the Warthog. I'll just hop in there and like Mr. Magoo my way through levels and just like wipe out enemies without a gunner on the back and just smack the living heck out of them with the Warthog. And I'd have instances in that game where I just go like, and a grunt would be standing there, and it would be like the Terminator, because it would just go like, phase through him. And I'd go and shoot him, and he'd die. But it would turn out that the hitbox didn't cover the entire Warthog or something. Like there was a corner in the back where it would just like clip through him. And I knew at that moment the game was in dire peril. And the story didn't do it for me. The overdramatic Cortana screaming, "You're not gonna get off this planet!" And the CEO who's like, Spartan 2s, I don't like you, John, even though you saved our entire species. I've got tic-tac-pee-pee syndrome. And I've got something to prove. Like, how did someone that mentally unstable become a captain in the first place? I feel like you're trying to tell me that you've got certain opinions about authority. And the game really didn't feel like a Halo game for me until I was in the little starfighter going through the trench of the Forerunner ship or whatever it was going to Earth. A good old-fashioned trench run. That's pretty Halo. It's also pretty Star Warsy. How did they become captain? Probably the same way some people inherit ridiculously large sums of money. That's how unsuitable people get command. The thing is, the game just didn't feel like Halo outside of a few brief instances. And I haven't even played Halo 5 yet. But anyway, ignoring that, back to the thing. For the roleplay, I usually play around Halo 3 and I just bridge off from there and only selectively accept things as canon beyond that point. And for this eccentric genius character, I had him realize, oh god, the Flood must have been playing us this whole time. Like, he got some of the details wrong, but he's like thinking, oh, they've probably been a power that's been in active play for this whole war, and they're just waiting to see the Covenant and the UNSC smack at one another and wipe each other out to see who would win, and more importantly, just how badly they could bloody themselves so that they couldn't actively pursue resistance when they decided to wipe everything out. I have to do something because we've not recovered financially yet from the Human Covenant War. So he takes a live sample, and the Flood's doing some sort of weird new thing so that that she could play a Flood character and like interact with the two of them. And I have this thing where this genius eccentric character eats like an absolute simpleton. Like, I had him in the time that they were interacting. He didn't eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich like a sensible person. He sat like curled up in a ball in his little desk chair with a jar of peanut butter next to him that he just stabbed his finger out of and just ate it himself, like blob by blob, and then just the bottle out of his chair when he was done with it, and then just go get jelly and just the jelly, and then like pick apart the bread, no crusts, and just like little tiny bits of bread. Like he ate it dissectedly, and I had like a physical or philosophical reason why he did that. Or like grossly like there was a reason behind it that just was really painfully practical and overly analyzed, and he was But I was going to write for him having breakfast. And I looked up a bunch of things. I know he had a penchant for sweet or just weird, extravagant, overly large spreads of food while he was away in this secret Oni base. And one of the items I decided to give him, because I just didn't want him eating candy because he would die, was black pudding. I just Googled, like, weird breakfast foods, and I saw this little meat nubbin lump. And I'm like, oh, what's that? And apparently it's, like, full-on pig's blood. It's just pig's blood and fat and other stuff. And it's just like, leave it to England. Just, yes, Margaret, would you please be so kind as to give me the blood of that freshly slain hog? But as weird as it sounds, I kind of want to try it and catalog that experience. Just because that's pig's blood. That is pudding of blood. That is metal pudding. That sounds pretty cool. Black pudding is common here in the Nordics. Okay, so I watched a whole how it's made video about black pudding, and they said, oh yes, it tastes like a dark chocolate. And then I asked a friend who said, yes, it tastes very irony, like liver. I asked, they said something about a chocolatey taste, and they went, oh yeah, it's got a dark chocolate taste. Does dark chocolate taste like liver? I've never had liver either, so we're going into some uncharted ground here. I need to know. I've had liver. Like, I have not lived, apparently, because I've not had the Meow Mix experience. I have only ever had chicken. I've never had liver. I've never been able to round out that jingle in my own personal time. I have never got to have the interactive feline experience. I've had liver, nothing like good dark chocolate. Is it anything like black pudding? Hello, Ethan! Good to have you. So, liver is actually really good, by the way. I wouldn't know. So anyway, how have you been, Ethan? We've got a new guest here, someone I've met at my other job that will remain nameless, probably for any potential legal reason that I can make up in my own brain pan. But she is very cool. She is very fun to talk to. She makes the days just fly by, and we stand and we talk about anime until she has to leave. And I've recently finished a few series, and my friend Sush recently got me into one called Madoka Magica or something like that. I think I already know how it's going to go down. Pretty good. School booted up, so now I've got Wednesdays off. Awesome. And then weebs. Yes, you better believe it. My inner weeaboo from my teenage years has just clicked back on. I have been force-fed a diet of Goblin Slayer, Tanya the Evil, Shield Hero. God, I love Rise of the Shield Hero, and Konosuba. I have consumed more anime in a setting than any normal person should, which means I am gradually approaching the appropriate weeaboo amount. I'm somewhere in limbo between the two of them. Also watched Netflix's Castlevania. That was pretty cool. All I have to say is Psychic Swords. Awesome. I have done no typing for like an hour. Well, Caleb cocked Sniper menacingly. I have the most powerful weapon of them all. I have control of the chat. I have the death note of the chat. I am going to summon in L and Light Yagami and Ryuk, and I am just going to wipe you out. Time to end the tyranny of Animu. Yeah, no, I take my chat and eat it. I don't know why I'm eating the eraser in that example, but I don't have any chips on hand. Yes, it's over, Ethan. I have the high ground. I also have a really rocky chair, so I'm going to be having fun with that for a while. Woohoo! This is what happens when I have coffee. Without limitations. Can't throw a... Can't throw a Sog-Sothoth. Oh, Sog-Sothoth. Excuse me. Sog-Sothoth in there. No, I probably could if I could pronounce the name. However, we've already gone through the stream where the chat decides they want to summon Cthulian demons. I'm still paying that one off. The Ghostbusters aren't cheap. They make the movies look like they're happy, friendly people. They'll break a kneecap. I'm not even joking. Bill Murray, he's tough for his age. He comes over here with a steel bat, like it wasn't even aluminum, it was just steel, kicks in my window and just like beat me up while I was sleeping. He kept quoting movies that I haven't even seen in years, like the one where he's Mr. Scrooge. That was a... Does anyone remember that movie, by the way? Just throwing that one out there. The only scene I'd ever watched from it was the beginning where his partner would show up all dead and mummified in his penthouse, and he'd like grab him and bust him out the window and hold him there, and he'd be all like, looking down over the street, and he'd go to grab the guy's arms and like being like old and dead and dry and brittly and basically beef jerky, he'd just like crumble and fall apart and they'd fall and he'd be up there. And then after that, the movie kicked over to the real life because that was just a dream sequence. And as a kid, I was always like, man, that's boring. I want to see where that goes. I want to see where Dead Armless Man goes from here. Let me see the spirits. Like, the movie did kick up, and as I got older, I actually developed my little patience nerve to want to actually be able to watch it. But yeah, there for the longest time, that is the only bit I ever watched, and that is the only bit that I clearly remember. There is a little lag on my end with the chat. However, Caleb silenced this free Rokusho. Rokusho is right here. He is fine. He is happy. And I am diligently looking for his other horn and the rest of his body parts. He is the specimen of anorexic health. He's fine. Embrace him. I really hope Frisk is still alive, because I know for whatever reason she finds me funny and tends to laugh quite a lot, and I hope she didn't just asphyxiate on the other side of the screen. Just like, like 2 minutes in. Just, come to my stream. Little did she know this was an assassination attempt. Now, I'm going to embrace water for a little bit, because I think I need more of that than I do energy drink. Oh no, I died. Okay. She died. Dang it! Can we get Frisk? Excuse me, I have mush mouth here. Can we get Frisk Clone 2 in the chat, please? There we go. I found my ability to enunciate. Radio voice. There we are. I have re-embraced my ability to English. Cloning Frisk. Okay, thank you very much. I'm glad someone in the chat would take care of this. I can't be the only one to make the clones. It takes a lot of time, and my oven isn't big enough. I can't let them rise to full height. Just look at Ethan and his stubby little legs. There was room for the torso, not the legs. And it's really freaky, because I can hear him coming before I see him coming. All I hear is the tiny little pitter-patter of baby feet going. It's really freaky on a tile floor. Your cloning sample wasn't I knew a sourdough germ got involved with that! God knows where the original lies. I just short. Actually, no, that would be handy then. Doesn't have to be. I do not need a super clone race of tall Frisks. That would be freaky, especially if they come out with the Undertale Frisk face and they're all just like, and like 9 feet tall. I finally saw you take out Rokusho, but I see that you are now abusing him, missing horn smellers. You can stop that. No. He is absolutely fine. There is nothing wrong with him. I'm going to get some typing done this stream. Just you watch. It's not called Written Wednesday because I'm writing my will and testament because I can't finish this book. It is going to be done. Low key, does anyone else think that Frisks looks like I'm striking this from the record only because I agree with it far too much. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I mean, yes, but no. Excuse me. Also, I see when you remove something. I can still see it in the stream because of the lag. No, you can't. I have imbued every computer monitor made after 1996 with a Men in Black style neuralizer. These memories are just residual damage. You are hallucinating because I accidentally set it to microwave. If you feel a slight tingling sensation in your face, please do not alert the paramedics. That means you have become radioactive and you're going to have to take one for the team and just find a small isolated closet. God, the lag in the stream must be really bad. Ooh, this is going to be the stream where I blow up my voice box. The neuralizer only works on humans, though. That's why the lingering tingling feeling. There is some sort of anatomical screwy-uppy that's going on. So I think we're fine. Well, yeah, you shouldn't even be looking at it, Vino. You are fine. I am just assaulting Quill because Quill has it out for me and is trying to get Robot PETA to take Rokusho away from me, and I'm not having it. Back. Welcome back, Worm. You're missing absolute insanity. This train wreck of a stream has no brakes. Ah, no wonder. I'm still okay. Center yourself, get some writing done. Ushram for president. Oh, we're bringing back the hashtags. I sabotaged the brakes. Yes, indeed. And just like Ethan, in fact, I am going to directly quote Ethan here. I am going to go commit Sudoku. Vote Ushram today. Katie's just starting the campaign. And he's just there like, yes, top billing. Before the brain slugs regain control. No, where? Wait, yes. Low-key, does anyone think... Low-key, does anyone else think that Frisks looks... that Frisks look like low-key? Chat, I don't know how to tell you this, and I don't want you to panic, but I think Quill Dragon might have a brain slug. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to go grab the gun over there. I'll be right back. No sudden movements. I might have misquoted due to the failed neuralizer. Okay, never mind. We're safe. False alarm. I just microwaved his head a little bit. He'll be fine once his eyeballs recoagulate. If a brain slug's my friend, then so is walking into a live power line. Open your hearts, minds, and brain stems to our Lord and Saviors. Saviors. It always weirds me out when I see the U in the European spelling. Like armor. Like cat armor. Armour. If your scion walking into a power line is your friend, oh, I have unleashed utter Cthulian madness into the chat. This is fine. We're fine. This is good. Caleb, what color is the sky? I see what you did there. No. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop reading the chat because I'm feeling like I'm having a stroke now. All hail Rulia. Yeah, I'm just gonna. But Dr. McCoy, I need to borrow one of these. I'm going to scan what's going on in the chat here just to see which one of you has the brain slug going on. I have the technology, and I swear to goodness, if I see a brain slug, you're getting a good phasering. Right across the bottom. Typical Federation. It doesn't have the batteries. Darn you, Starfleet! What is your... Oh, Frisk, you better stop! That is too many! That is illegal! What is your favorite color? No, what is your favorite flavor of color? No. Unlike any seen on Earth. Oh boy! I'm not gonna keep living tonight. Oh god, blueberries always ticked me off because they are not blue, they are purple. They stain everything you touch. Purple. They're blue on the outside, look purple when cooked, and they're green on the inside. What kind of weird Rubik's Cube blueberry are you having? They're always just like purple and then like on the inside. Can you revive yourself? Asking for a friend. If only you had a ray gun, homie. Ha ha ha! That is where I have come prepared. Just blast 2 members of the chat. You know I'm serious. I'm going to turn it to other noise. And so help me, it will make another noise. I swear to you. Oh God, we're summoning Dillard. Wait, give me another, give me a minute, Master. Fun fact, American blueberries, Asian blueberries, and European blueberries are actually unrelated species. Queen! That is what you get! We have freed Rokusho, and I will free your sinuses from your head. I am armed with energy drink and Starfleet technology. It is a mixture you never wanted to see, and now you must endure until at least 9 o'clock. My sonic screwdriver is primed and ready on the other side. Hold on. I am just the right kind of nerd to be able to make a crossover nobody will ever see, but everybody wants to. And then the whole stream shuts off because I've jittery pokered it out of existence. But you know what I really want? I always wanted the River Song one because I liked the pinky ring holder of it. Like, it makes no practical sense to want to use it, but I just liked the look of it. I'm slowly accumulating a lot of stuff at my desk here. What colors are blueberries? I see a screwdriver with a head of a hedgehog. That neuralizer must have been really screwed up. I am sorry. I am going to send your grieving widow a fruit basket. Like, at least 2. Dear God, I have the 11th, and that was trippy. Oh, God. Puts on Titanfall helmet. Ready for wah! Oh God, he's transformed into Waluigi. We've discovered the effect that neuralizers have on Venowogs. It is just a very gradual transformation into Waluigi. Does anyone remember when I claimed that these streams were about writing? What innocent times. I always start these streams so hopeful, too. I'm going to go farther and type more than last time. And then I end up typing less. I referenced the orcs from 40K. Well, that is obviously a sign of mental illness. Because everybody knows that the great horned rat is where it's at! I've got more metal than a one-eyed bartender in a D&D tavern. Oh. God. Ever notice, like, all the stories start in a tavern? Like, I get it's easy, but come on, guys. Come on. Mine had an interesting start. I was a member of the B team brought in after the main campaign had failed and they ushered in the apocalypse. And, like, one of the bad guys, I think it was an actual mind flayer, got in leagues with like some kind of god or something like that, and it's just like, okay, that big demon there ushering in the apocalypse, that is kind of a hindrance to my long-term survivability. We gotta do something about that. Let's get us some of them, heroes. D&D in. But no, we ended up outside of a burning town, and we got fought back into a set of caverns. And then we just got, like, sucked into a different reality because he's like, okay, well, that was just your, like, on-site training, your test run to see if that you wouldn't die immediately. So I guess you guys are the heroes. And I played this big, angry, like, vocally screwed up revenge paladin named Losanthan Ogniomo. And his whole shtick was, his village was destroyed when he was just a kid by undead and demons, and they burnt it to the ground, and the smoke had damaged his throat or his voice box very badly, and it had also screwed up his leg, so he can only communicate through very simple growls and very simple phrases. Like, think General Rom from Gears of War 1. And he walks with a very heavy limp, but he's like 7 feet tall. He is a big, angry dude. Let me see. Not D&D, but my last Numenera campaign. I literally tripped and fell into a parallel universe. Oh, you hate to see it happen. And found the other characters that way. That's cool. Or a time-traveling magic cave, according to my friend. That is also cool. So Dungeons and Denny's. No. No, Frisk, that is illegal. I am arresting you. I am arresting you. Stop in the name of the law. Instead of an inn, it's Denny's. He's a beast. It is a good podcast. Well, thank you very much. I am flattered. The voice of every single last Denny's employee at like 7 in the morning. What can I get you, hon? Pancakes? Okay. If you see me smiling, you better start running. We need a version of that rhymes. Chat, that is your homework. Let me see the next part of if and you see me smiling, and make it rhyme, if you would please. And less than a blink's worth of time, the feed would suddenly populate a small section of the... Screen, not screeb. I like that word, screeb. That's something you say to punctuate some sort of emotion I'm not familiar with. Just screeb. But I'm not sure where I'm going to use that. Okay. If you see me smiling, you better be running. If you see me smiling, the body count upwards will be soon piling. Whew. Workable. Nah, never too dark. Nah, yeah, no, if you know what Warhammer is, and you're an edgy boy, it is never too dark. There is always another 9 Inch Nails CD. If and you see me smiling, y'all definitely be crying. Quill, you are going to be arrested. I swear it. Dungeons and Demons. What'll be found in yours? D&D? Oh, Quill, don't you dare. Just the moment the realization strikes. Oh, no. Stop it, Quill. Stop. No, you don't know. No, I don't need those kinds of furries in my chat. Thank you very much. No. Oh, I am going to need a Ricola after this stream. Oh, I can already feel the pain. Sneezing baby pants. I wish you could dramatically cock a phaser, because I am nowhere near as edgy as Shadow the Hedgehog, who can cock an AK-47 in a cutscene at the beginning of the game. Oh, that was painful to remember. No, it's not the time. Oh, you found a font for it. No. Roll for initiative. Yes, no. Can I roll to have that joke stop? No. We're gonna do this right. I roll to cancel this meme. I roll to cancel this joke. Where is? No, you're not the. Where's my lucky one? I need No, you're the same one. Well, that is... aha! Here's my lucky one. Okay, hang on. Roll a 1. No, I am going for a natural 20, and we are going to cancel this. I am going... Alright, you guys, pick a number, a fair number, that I need to cancel whatever the heck that is. D6 or D20? I got a D20. Give me a fair number. Give me a fair thing to roll. Come on. I will let you guys know honestly. 42 cannot be rolled with a 2 or 20-sided dice. Ethan, I said give me a fair. I can't. The only thing I could do is match a 20. I couldn't go over a 20. You have to pick fairness. The dungeons and that other word joke is not a natural 20. We are not dealing with the Adonis of comedy. I'm gonna have my brain fly out of my nose at this point. All right, roll a 10. Vino has spoken. 11! I just did it! Yes, it was 11. 19 and a half. Ethan, you keep this up. You ain't getting your daily dosage of fish head bucket. I have rolled an 11. You all must strike your comedy nerves and find a new one. Dungeons and that other D word has expired. I have banished it from the land. Hold on. Begone. What? You did 5 damage to the orc. Wrong game! Unless it was an orc that was... Well, actually, no, I would believe entirely that Ethan is an orc. Hey, Oreo's there! Hello, Oreo! I've devolved into utter madness. Please save me. This chat has gone feral. No, I'm not digging that at all. You stroke the orc's back and whisper in his ear. No. Fish boy, but it's D&D podcast for a reason. I never even brought D&D into this. It was you psychopaths. I was here to just write and have a good time, and honestly, I'm feeling really attacked right now. In fact, I will tell you this with this. We'll befriend him. Not rubbing his back and whispering in his ear. The only singular thing I can whisper is, it's free real estate. Not as attacked as that. Yes, that orc is probably going to need counseling, and who do you think is going to have to pay for that? This is a family-friendly stream. We don't use the F word because I'm not that good at editing. Ethan, I smite thee. Yes, that did. That did escalate very quickly. My blood pressure has like tripled since the start of the stream. Ugh. I wanted to... Oreo, don't encourage them. They'll never stop. Oh, 9 o'clock. You can't come soon enough. After the whispering, I had put in... Then you stab him in the kidney with the... No. Excuse me. So it wasn't just foul play... Well, I'm jumping into a pit of lava. Never mind, I didn't pay the lava bill. I just broke both of my kneecaps for nothing. Rogue's got a rogue. Rip. Yeah, no, thankfully, if I would have torn my actual britches on stream, I'm pretty sure I would have mouthed my phaser. And then been disappointed that it wasn't real. You do the same against lava. What? Just stroke its back and tell it, and whisper at it and then stab it in its lava kidney? Go all Michael Myers on that bugger. No. Do you realize how much you'd have to hate somebody to actually go like and stab them? Ooh. But you did pay the electric bill. Yes, the electric bill and the internet bill, so I am fine. Embrace modern well, actually, no, I'm not going to embrace it because it's given me this messed up chat. No, break your leg. Fair. Fair. You know what? Fair. Okay, here's the chat. That like attention span. Back to the screen. The screen. Do some typing. You can do it. You claim to be a writer. This is not the stream where you have an existential crisis on film. You can do it! In less than a blink's worth of time, the feed would suddenly populate a small section of the front of the command center. In a tab. I'm crying, I'm laughing so hard. I mean, if you have lava that has a back, pecs, and kidneys, I guess you could befriend him and then stab him. If I've gone through that trouble of befriending lava, I'm at least going to send him a postcard and let that friendship, like, germinate. That's going to be cool. I will never have to pay for central heating ever again. It's like, hey, bro, you want to come over? Ha-ha, embrace me. Get it together, man. Whoa! Thank you for that. Saying, though, go stab a lava monster. No! No, I will not tolerate these lava-based hate crimes in my stream. We are a progressive society. I, for one, embrace the lava people. It's given me third-degree burns, but I've done it. Romance a lava You do you, boo. That mental image needs to leave my head very, very soon. Frisk? No. I'm going mind blind. I don't need these mental images. Especially since when I think of lava, the first thing I think of is, oh my god, I forgot his name. Gollum falling into the pits of Mount Doom. So, romance the lava has two factors going for it that I don't want to imagine next to the word romance. Make magma great again. I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad. That's funny. Because instead of MAGA, we have MAGA! We can rebuild Gollum. No, apparently he's just in a committed relationship with that lava. We have the gold. I'm going to blow the audio levels. I just realized this. My OBS has got to be deaf at this point. This is just... I should put ASMR in the tag of this video just to bring people in unsuspectingly and just have mental crisis like every other couple of minutes and just blow out their earphones like, oh, you better turn it up to 100 ASMR. It's very quiet. It's very relaxing. And then just ears explode. Seems like a one-sided and unmutual relationship. Well, they're fair. I heard gravity had a lot to do hooking those two up, and they really wouldn't have met without one another. So I don't know how deeply of a factor gravity plays in that relationship, but I'm sure without it, probably wouldn't hold together. Bearded man screams into the void. ASMR. I have to get one of those like telescoping microphones where you just hear me on either side of the screen. Jesus Christ. And just so you know, Frisk, I do this every Wednesday. This is my daily ritual after coming home from my other cleaning job, where I'm just like, yes, time to throw on a nice suit, disco collar, air out the chest hair, and and then desperately wonder, why ain't I getting any farther in this book, Homer? That reminds me, one time, I managed to do the Barney Gumble burp perfectly. Once, and it was perfect. And I have Coca-Cola Zero to thank for that. That is one moment in my life where I wish I would have been filming. Because I can do the hiya, Homer! At least sometimes, fairly decently. This is what we call an epic gamer move. Still a cleaner chat than me and my homies. Can I interest you into some soap? I know you are a college student, but good hygiene is still important, my dude. Take it from the man with the shiniest of foreheads. Excuse me. I can hit you up, LOL. That is awesome. What do you make it out of? Because I know there's some people out there that make soap out of pig fat and stuff like that, like the old ye olden soap. When you can feel your heartbeat in the back of your inner thigh, you know you've been a little bit too crazy in stream. Just bring it down a notch. And luckily for me, this seems to be the first stream in a long time where I haven't had to leave the room, go to my bathroom, and stream. Try meditation. Always helps me. Yes, because as you can plainly tell from having watched this stream, I'm the kind of person who can easily relax. I just dried flowers and hope. I want to imagine that it's just some sort of like light magic ritual and like low-key you're actually a light mage or something like that. You just take a bunch of flower petals and just like, oh, in nomine Patri et Filii, oh, and just soap appears. I want to imagine that's how it goes. Like all the lights in your house just on you and soap happens. If you see the Tem Shop box on the side of the road, it's me. Oh, yes. Please, yes. I want that to be a thing. Just the next time I see you, hello and welcome to the Tem. That's how I'm going to greet you since I'm behind the little kiosk. If I see you again this weekend, it's just going to be, hi and thanks for shopping. Welcome to the Tem Shop. That will be fantastic. You know, meditation might just work because we go from aneurysm to yes, typing. Yes, I can get this done. I do believe so. I think I have an idea. Yes, arcs of electricity. Can your magic be used for other applications too? Oh my god, yes. A soap mage. That would be just... Yes. Please. The soap mage. The clean maiden. You know what I find funny looking back at just being completely stupid for like an hour? Drinking this, one of the things it says here on the side, yeah, right here. Increased concentration. Guys. Do I seem more concentrated to you? I don't to me. In fact, I think I'm less. Also Bard. Oh, Bard, that would be cool. Added to draw list. Soap Mage. Yes. That, you know what? That would be a cool My Hero Academia quirk. Where you just like soap. Just bars of soap go flying everywhere. You can just summon soap from your body. Like actual bricks of it. Don't worry, I'll stop the bad guy. I synth 2 flowers, and my +1 roll in inspiration wills them to exist. Vino Og. Ha! Frisk. Sing. I want to imagine that's unrelated to the spelling mistake up there, and that's all intentional. It's just like that one Arnold Schwarzenegger movie with that, like, possessed little demon child that's just like, sing! The delivery actually kind of puts me in mind of a Conehead, to be honest. If anyone's actually seen the Saturday Night Live Conehead movie. Narfel the Garfox! Or Garthog. That's what it was. Narfel the Garthog. It sounded what I was saying like Carfax. Show me the Carfax. Yes, little did we know that the Carfox was actually the Conehead's greatest predator. Can you will other things to exist? No, there is only soap. At the beginning of the heavens and the earth and the cosmos, there was only soap, and there will only ever be soap. Plastic is a phase the universe was going through. It is only soap. That it doesn't dissolve. It just decides to leave to a different point in time. Clay for sculptures that have flowers involved. There is only soap. You must narf the narfel the Garthog. Then I guess I'll just develop a soap-based FTL drive. Yeah, you know, if you just like polish the bottom of a starship in a thick layer of soap, and you get a good on that sucker, it would slip faster than light. I am sure of it. Have you ever tripped on a banana peel or like stepped on a bar of soap in the shower by accident and just and fallen and died? You get that on the bottom of a starship where there is no friction in space, and I am sure that sucker will be in Tau Ceti 5 in like 2 minutes. So, use some lard. Get your inferior imported lard out of here. I am not going to sit here and support this lard conspiracy taking honest work away from good, hard-working American soap mages. I am going to call Rush Limbaugh right now, and we're going to have a long talk about this. Oh, good God almighty. And just like that, I was never allowed on talk radio. Fine, use some silicone. I would, but Hollywood has the world supply called for dibs. I wanted to, but they no dibs. I need my cheeks. I need my cheeks and my chin. I'm 170, but I need to look like I'm 7. And also not be able to move any muscle in my face. They've never actually proven Botox has any negative health effects. But how are you going to get the silicone off? With a really, really big spatula. You know what? I can get behind that, Katie. I think I can get behind that. That sounds like it's making a lot of jobs. It's going to stimulate the job market, the economy. I'm going to have to run it past Ushram since apparently he's running for president. But I see where you're going with this silicon market. The Rockefellers have held a monopoly on silicon for far too long. Just scrape it. And the years just scrape it and the years clean off. Ushram supports it. How did you get his cell number? Like, are you two just like going back and forth and talking while I'm trying to write here? Like, did you both get bored with the stream? Is he handing out snacks to the chat? I could see him doing that. Just like Fonzie punching a vending machine and a bunch of Cheetos just fly on out, and he's just like, here you go, and you and friend. I speak for the Ushram. Oh God, Katie's become the Ushram Lorax instead of the trees. Yeah, trees are boring. I never got that about the Lorax. I speak for the trees. No, you live in one, and you only came out to speak up for them after the one you were in was getting chopped off. I'm pretty sure up to that point, the tree was like, hey, they just killed Jerry! Lorax! Man! Oh! I speak for the trees after the fact. The most common mineral in my home provenance is deoxygen silicate. Okay, that wasn't nearly as bad as what I thought it would be. The X, Y, and G right together kind of scared me a little. Yes. Okay, so a molecule consisting of 2 oxygen atoms and 1 silicon. No, I resent this. The chat is not allowed to outsmart me in every conceivable way possible in a single sentence. That ain't fair. I'm the man with the phaser and the sonic screwdriver here. I am the professional. My television has dials. I have been trained by Uncle Sam to take up space professionally. I need to go to college. Hashtag flexing big brains. You don't have to show off. They become locked into crystallic lattices and are then gradually ground down. That sounds painful. Must be how the molecules in an eraser feel. Hey, you hear that? They're talking about you. This results in a combustion of sharp cliffs, plateaus, and soft clay. Okay, well, I spoke too soon and too optimistically. I'm going to run off to the restroom real quick, so you guys just admire the back of my chair, and goodbye. Hello. All right, loosened up. Let's get back to work. Okay. Where are you from? Full names, please. Florida. I'm from Pennsylvania originally, which is weird that I'm this crazy when my starting point was Amish. I've never actually been Amish, just to let you know. I was just around that area where they were. This is not Amish. I'm not married. I'm just a fan of Elvis Presley. Did his chair have zigzaggy pattern last time? Ah, yes, the mystery of the chair. The province I live in right now has the most Tolkien-y name. Northern End. Ah, yes. Northern End. Where Samwise takes his vacations. The northern end of Eastfall Tavern. No question. Arcs of some weighty, tangible energy would lick and lash from the surface of the now rapidly spinning plates, which orbited the machine. Dude, yes, how cool. I live in North End. We have 2.5 dragons. What's a half dragon? Is it a dragonborn? Is it a worm? Is it an iguana? What is a half a dragon? Do I want to put in a bit of comedy there? I think I like that better. Hooked stream. That sounds like mine. I hook you in with the promise of writing and keep you here by watching a full-grown adult man have some sort of mental calamity befall him, induced by the chat. I don't mind. I'm like 30 minutes driving from nearest cities. Ooh, Jesus, that would drive me crazy. The commute would kill me. I'm a city rat. Alright. I have Wi-Fi. Well, that's good. I can't stand cities. I don't think I'm that... Like, I've visited a few and walked around, and it's nice just being able to, like, do, sidewalk, and here's all the buildings I could ever need. But I don't know long-term how I do. Hard to say. I like well-developed cities. I prefer the quiet of twilight and the full moon, the gentle lull of a rain shower hitting the roof, Again, I don't have any problems living out too far away as long as I have internet access at like a decent, reliable speed. I could do with space. There's the constant gunshots when hunting's. Yeah, that could be a little. That might freak me out. There's gunshots here too all the freaking time. Or like someone actually shot at me and my sister while we were walking like a year or so back. We were just taking a walk, and these drunk expletives were celebrating the 4th of July, or I think it was New Year. And they went from shooting their target to over where Gidge and I were walking, over near us, and they came pretty close. Like, one actually went in between us when we were trying to run away from them, so that could have easily taken out my knee or my shin. Like, it was low, and it was the strangest thing, because you'd think, like, the feeling you'd be filled with is absolute terror when someone's shooting at you, but like, I don't know if it's just our generation or just me or if this has always been the case, but there was no fear in the moment. It was just like a switch clicked in your head, and you just knew with absolute assurance that I need to move or I'm going to die here. And I started running, and she started running. And the second we were away from the gunfire, again, I was expecting, like, once the adrenaline stopped running, it was like, oh my god, I almost died! But, like, no, the only feeling there was this silent, boiling rage at these people for having shot at us in their drunken, partying stupor. Because you could hear them hooting and hollering and cheering and laughing and all this other nonsense. We called the cops on them afterwards, and we've never had that happen again. But it was the strangest thing, and that's one of the things I don't like about living out in rurally areas with rurally people drinking rurally beers. I am a firm believer that people should be allowed to own their own weapons if they can do so responsibly. But that said, I don't think those clowns should have had any weapons at all ever, and to this day, I'm a little perturbed at them. I'm not, like, actively hateful of them. I try not to hate anybody, but I would like the opportunity at some point to firmly grasp the back of their head and just mush it down into a plate full of mashed potatoes for, like, 2 minutes, maybe. Not enough to strangle them or choke them out, but enough to make them start to worry. Now just get that right point across in the only way I understand, the Spud way. And I've also had weird experiences too, like not here, just in general. So I don't want to just like, here's something heavy and spooky and everything. I've had moments back and forth where, like, I'll just go through manic depressive spells. I'm just like, oh god, what have I done with my life? I just sit at home and type and do nothing and mean nothing to nobody. And I think whenever I go through one of those spells, one, it always helps to talk to my friends. Because misery loves company. That old adage is more than just a platitude, it holds true. The more it can cut people off from you, or the more it can make you angry at people and just completely worsen the situation, or just give you compiling issues, the happier it seems to be. The happier, the more productive misery is. But I have friends who, like, always want to talk, and if I'm ever upset or I mention being in a funk, she's like, I want to call right now. And I'll usually be in a better mood afterwards. And another thing I found that helps is, like, really thinking about it hard at your life and looking back at it. Because the whole, like, ugh, I'm a do nothing. I'm a waste of space. I'm not doing anything. Can easily be quelled because I've done some crazy things in my life, now that I think about it. I've actually Like, to want to move out of, like, why you shoot at me? I've actually ridden an elephant before. In Tampa. And it's weird because, on the city-rural topic, you'd think, like, it would have to be out in the middle of nowhere. But no, there's a Renaissance fair in Tampa that I go to. Out in this big open park area. And it's out in the middle of nowhere. And they set up this big medieval strip mall, kind of. Like, there's a bunch of vendors and everything. I wish they would go a little bit farther and give us some medieval buildings, like this one Renaissance fair up in Canada I've seen. That looks like you can actually purchase land up there and get, like, a medieval crew to make you a medieval house using medieval methods and then have a medieval party and just like, haha, perfect! I live in a fantasy world constructed with money. And that would be great, but I'm not poo-pooing this one because it's a fun distraction. It's a fun release from normalcy. You just get to go out there and just be ye olden person. I go as a plague doctor every year. I have a leather plague doctor mask, and I just go out there and have a high old time. And one of my times out there, they had an elephant that they were taking care of, and they had trained it so that they could put, like, the saddle up on it, and you could just, like, ride this elephant. And the weirdest thing is, it just sitting on it, I know it's not the case, it probably was the erector spinal muscles, but it felt like it had two spines, because every time it would step, you'd feel one side go up, like this real prominent thing underneath you, and then another thing go up. And it was either like the shoulder blades or the erector spinals, but just to be on top of an elephant going, ah, was, it's pretty cool to look back on. Or when we used to live in Pennsylvania, I've been in one of the towers of Gettysburg, like one of the stone battle towers before they tore it down. I still have pictures of that. So I think that's something good to want to pass on here as a general lesson, because I know artists, at least the ones I know, usually go through these manic depressive spells like I do, or have these moments when they're super hard on themselves, they're super down, and they feel like, what am I even doing? I don't matter, I'm not getting my voice out there, and just, they feel lost and alone, because it's so easy to be lost and alone in such an oversaturated market, such as digital content creator, or trying to get your art out there like in the old days. Like I was talking about in the last stream, about how it was in the wild west of DeviantArt when everything was fun and new and everyone commented. It's easy to discourage yourself, but if you really look back at it and think about the things you've actually accomplished, being fair to yourself, if you actually think about it, for as many memories as there are of you being angry at things, or things upsetting you, or the world being against you, or things being unpleasant, or you being unhappy, there are also, too, in most cases, because I'm not going to, like, if you're living in an abuseful situation, I'm not going to say, oh, no, there's happy moments there, and you're like, no, obviously you need to do better. It's my philosophy of everything in moderation, including moderation. So take every piece of advice with a grain of salt, but I found a lot of the times, if you really look into it, there are equal parts happy memories, too. And you can usually pull yourself out of a funk. Because when you're honest with yourself, life isn't really that bad. The bad times seem bad when they're happening, yes. And it's easy to remember them, and it's easy to let that compile and just crush you under a weight of malaise and misery. But I think it's important, especially when you're experiencing artistic burnout or a writer's block or just a funk that is grinding you into the dirt, to think about all the fun things you've accomplished too, and all the great moments. And I know for a fact, even as silly as it is, these moments of Written Wednesday and just hanging out with everybody are really ones that I appreciate and I enjoy, and that I do look back at fondly, especially with everybody here. And I do really appreciate all of you being here, and I thank you for that. All right, let's see what's going on here. I like ancient architecture as well as ancient Persia. Same here. It's so cool. I'm all about sweet, sweet eco-futurism. Oh, yes, same here. That's pretty fun to want to look into. I recycle, reuse, and reach. Oh, yeah, Katie is crazy with that stuff. She's done stuff with bones and sent it to my sister, and it's fantastic, because my sister is crazy and also likes bones. My home province. It's recycled. It's recycle or don't throw it at all. My compost bin had kind of gone by the wayside, but it's gonna start getting filled up like mad. I wish it was like that here. My dad's notorious for tossing crap out the window, mostly because his dad did it. I think. Ooh. I and my mom try to recycle stuff. Indeed, yeah, go for it. Y'all are super cool. I will try to make it to the next stream, but I gotta work tomorrow night, y'all. Bye, Oreo. Bye, Oreo, from me too. It's always fun having you, and I enjoyed talking to you, and I enjoyed rehashing some of the old ground of some of the stories we've written together and dredging up Mayhew. I don't remember it entirely. I have it on another flash drive. I need to look into it. But I'm pretty sure I remember the general situation that had happened. I think Mayhew was using some kind of laser or electrical discharge weapon to want to try and keep things at bay, and he had run out of power or something, and someone hit him and he went flying down into that crevice, and I psyched you out thinking that he was going to die, and like I had him float back later. I think it was something along those lines, but I don't recall exactly. So sometime after the stream, I'm going to have to boot up this bad boy right here and see if I was smart enough to write any of that down, or if that's just off to the ether. Anyway, goodbye. It was fun having you here. I hope you sleep well, and I hope you have a great day at work tomorrow. Cool. Sounds about right. Send me his redesign. His design fairly much is probably going to stay the same. I don't think there's really much that wrong with him. Because when I did draw him, my drawing ability had gotten slight. I might touch him up. And I don't know. I don't think his design is that bad. I might. I'll toss a coin. Not to sound like a naysayer, but if more corporations... Scroll up too fast. I can't read it. This is the bipolar stream. I just go from like uplifting message from me to you with all my love and all my heart, and then just I'm a silly man. And handling. Okay, now let me see if I can't do just a little bit more typing. I know it's past 9. It's getting a little bit late. I think that's going flat. I don't like that. Now comes the part in the stream where I just silently stare very intensely at the document until my eyes strain themselves into oblivion. I think this is a rehearsed talent of only serious artists and writers, in which you force yourself to stare into the void. Do I have any notes here about what's to follow? Alright, did I have it go up the lift? Do. Okay. Okay, elevating to deck 2, yes. Deck 2s. Sector B. I think I have. Sector D, okay. Out of Sector D. I'm not liking that sentence. In fact, I think for now I'm going to call this good and end the stream here. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. Like I said, I dearly appreciate it. Remember, always keep a kind state of mind and always pursue your dreams. They don't come to lazy hands, and they don't come easy. So just because you're meeting a wall of opposition, or you've not realized where you want to be in life, or what you want to do with life, or even if you have no idea, don't give up. Because with the right amount of hard work and perseverance, with the right mindset, with the right amount of effort, I know you will realize your dreams one day. Because not only all that, I have faith in you. And not just because you show up to my streams. That is not the requirement of like, I am you with my faith. No, I know you're all good people because I know most of you personally. And I really much thank you for that. Everyone in them has an inherent predisposition towards goodness and creativity, and I know if we cultivate that instead of telling everybody they're animals and doom, gloom, and killing, that we could do amazing things. So here's to hoping for that brighter future, starting with us. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again next Wednesday. This has been Written Wednesday. See you.